Welcome back children. So previously what you have seen, what was Bhakti movement, when it was emerged, which changes actually responsible for emerging Bhakti movement, and who are aldwas, who are minors, and how they spread the ideas of Bhakti movement, and other important people we have seen Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Namdev and Mirabai. Now let us see other important personalities during medieval period, that was Kabir. Kabir, a person who was popular through his dohas. Through his dohas, he tried to explain the greatness and principles of Bhakti movement, who tried to tell all gods are equal. Now let us see his early career. Kabir was born to a Hindu widow who abandoned him after his birth. Because of that reason, he was completely brought up by a Muslim weaver. That means even though Kabir was born in Hindu family, but he was brought up in a Muslim family. And what were the important principles propagated by Kabir? Kabir particularly emphasized the oneness of God. That is only one God. There is only one God in the universe. Ram, Rahim, Ek Hai. In such a way, no difference between a temple and a mosque. No difference between a church, mosque and temple. All are equal. All gods are equal. All places are equal. That's why here what Kabir actually tried to explain through dohas. Listen with care. Where your faith is, I am there. Listen with care. Where your faith is, I am there. Don't try to search me in temple, in mosque. Where you are, I am there. In such a way, he tried to explain the equality of all religions, equality of all the gods. So, what were the other? He rejected the idol worship. Idol worship means what? Worshipping stones as gods. And even pilgrimages also. Pilgrimages means what? In order to get some, that is what, moksha, some people used to worship, used to visit some places. The Hindus may visit Varanasi. The Muslims may go to Makkah. In such a way, all the religions people, all religion people, they, in order to get moksha, they try to visit some holy places. So he rejected that also. And particularly he rejected rituals, that is what, bathing in rivers, and even namaz also. He completely criticized namaz also. That's why he told in his dohas, don't try to search me. Me means God. In a temple, in mosque. Don't try to search me in temple and mosque. That is why where you are, where your faith is, I am there. And next, he rejected caste system. Even he rejected untouchability and discrimination based on religion, caste, region, color. He rejected that discrimination. And in order to reform the individuals, all should have their teachers. The teacher only can reform an individual, can bring changes in the individual. And because of all his principles, number of followers followed Kabir. That was why there was no discrimination between Hindu followers and Muslim followers. The other people, other personalities who tried to spread the ideas of Bhakti movement, those people had some more Hindu followers, but the Kabir had more Hindu as well as Muslim followers. And finally, he tried to spread all the ideas of Bhakti movement through dohas, and some dohas were even compiled, even taken in Guru Granth Sahib, which was sacred for Sikh religion, for Sikhs. That is what Guru Granth Sahib. And this is about Kabir. Now coming to the other important personality during medieval period, that is Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak, great personality, was responsible for rising another important religion in India, that is Sikh religion. He was born in a village called Talwandi. What is the village name? Talwandi in Punjab. And how Kabir preached the oneness of God, that is one God. He also, Guru Nanak also preached one God, existence of one God. And even he emphasized purity of character. So what Guru Nanak told, character is wealth. Whenever your character is good, even wealth also comes. Wealth comes to you. And purity of character and conduct. So by maintaining good character, by maintaining good conduct, that is the destination of everybody's life. And even he also rejected the idol worship and caste system. And he suggested middle path. Middle path means he did not suggest the celibacy. He advocated that is, even by having a married life, one can devote his life towards God. What Guru Nanak suggested. After the death of Guru Nanak, particularly 1539 AD CE, he was succeeded by 9 other gurus. With that, the Sikh religion became one of the important religion in India, one of the important religions in India, and even by 17th century, it emerged a very important religion. And even during 17th century, particularly Aurangzeb, who executed Guru Arjan Dev, who killed Guru Arjan Dev. Why? Because previously, actually in the beginning, the Sikh religion, which emerged as a result of some religious reforms, but it emerged as a important group. Because of that only, the Sikh religion became a threat for the rule of Aurangzeb. That's why he executed Guru Arjan Dev. And that means in the 17th century, this religion became a threat for the Mughals. So in that way, we can see other important personality, that is what Guru Nanak. So in today's topic, what we discussed, so what was Bhakti movement and how it emerged, and what were the important, who are the important personalities, try to spread the ideas of Bhakti movement. Thank you.